Honestly, I've got to say I'm a little disappointed with foldable phones. They are still super expensive, suffer from a lack of software optimization, and soft main screen. I have to handle them with kid gloves to avoid damaging them. But at the same time, they do offer a level of efficiency that's hard to ignore. Anyway, enough talking. What might be the two best foldable phones in the world are right here, and I've been testing and actually using them. So OPPO didn't go with the OnePlus Open name for their foldable this time. It's called the OPPO Find N5, and OPPO really focused on making it thin and light, and they nailed it. This thing is one of the thinnest foldable in its size class, and the weight, it's actually pretty reasonable, something most people would be happy with. The OPPO Find N5's design takes cues from OnePlus the Open Find N3. It features a circular camera island on the back with a Hasselblad logo right in the middle. The phone has a mix of curved and flat edges. When it's folded, the flat edges meet perfectly, and from the outside, it looks like a complete different device. This phone is fully designed around that large main screen. But ultra-thin design comes with a couple of trade-offs. First, the speakers are both on the left side, so the sound feels a bit unbalanced. And second, it's so thin that it's actually a bit tricky to unfold smoothly. You have to use your fingertips to find just the right angle to open it. Now let's talk about Huawei Mate X6. Its design is completely different. As one of the most expensive foldable phones you can buy, it feels more like a luxury industrial masterpiece. It got premium build quality with leather, metal, and just an overall gorgeous design. It's definitely the flashier option. When it comes to the crease, both phones perform really well. When the screen is on, it's hard to notice the crease. But if you look closely under bright light, the OPPO actually does a slightly better job. These two phones come with 5600 mAh and 5110 mAh batteries. Not huge, but not small either. In a 5-hour battery test using the cover screen, they ended up with 35% and 48% left. When using the inner screen, the numbers dropped to 22% and 30%. What does that mean? Well, when you are using the Find N5's massive 8.12-inch main screen, it still managed to deliver battery life close to iPhone 16 Pro Max. That's the next level. And as the only foldable phone rocking the Snapdragon 8 Elite, the Find N5 definitely has a slight edge in battery life. As for charging, there's not much difference between the two. They take 49 minutes and 46 minutes to fully charge. The OPPO Find N5 is rocking a 7-core Snapdragon 8 Elite, something we've never seen before. In benchmarks, it's slightly weaker than the standard version. But don't let that fool you. It still delivers excellent performance and serious multitasking power. Here's the catch for foldable phones. They can split the battery between the left and right sides for better battery life. But the SoC can't do the same. It's stuck on the right side, which means when you fold the phone, you lose half the surface area for cooling. This leads to something pretty interesting. When you unfold the N5 and use the inner screen, you get higher resolution and higher frame rates in the same time. So gamers, listen up. Never play Genshin Impact on the cover screen. Now, the Huawei Mate X6 is running the Kirin 9020, which sits somewhere between the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 and 8 Plus Gen 1 in terms of performance. It's nowhere near the 7-core 8 Elite in the OPPO. While both phones are limited by their foldable designs and can't hit peak performance, the OPPO still has the edge. Let's talk about displays. Both phones use a 1080p level cover screen with over 1500 nits of peak brightness, so they are pretty bright for outdoor use. However, when it comes to manual brightness, Huawei takes the lead here. It's just a bit brighter, and let's not forget, both displays deliver excellent colors, so you are getting a great viewing experience either way. Here's something cool. Huawei's cover screen uses 2nd gen Kunlun glass, while OPPO claims to have next gen microcrystalline glass. When it comes to the main screen, both phones are using some of the best flexible OLED panels out there. The N5 is rocking a Samsung display, while the X6 uses a panel from BOE. Both screens have a 1080p level resolution with a near 1:1 aspect ratio, which is perfect for multitasking. But here's the clicker. The Samsung panel on the OPPO has a brightness advantage, so it's slightly better and well lit. let's not get too deep into ColorOS versus EMUI. Instead, let's focus on their multitasking game. The OPPO Find N5 has this killer feature called Boundless View. It lets you do asymmetric split screen, so you can enjoy two apps fully at the same time. But wait, there's more. You can even add a third app from dock, running 3 apps simultaneously, and switching between them, just one tap. That's it. This is hand down the most powerful software feature on the OPPO N5. Huawei calls their multitasking magic, and it's pretty cool too. You can also run 3 apps at once and switch between them quickly, but there's the catch. Going from the first app to the third app takes 2 taps, which isn't as smooth as OPPO's one-tap solution. However, Huawei does add some extra gestures that let you quickly switch between multitasking mode and single app mode. Pretty neat, right? But here's the problem. Games don't support this feature in Huawei, even if the game is super light. Combine that with the gaming performance we talked about earlier, and it's clear that the Huawei Mate X6 isn't the best foldable for gamers. Let's be real. The OPPO Find N5 isn't perfect. Because of its extra thin design, it had to make some compromises. The camera and speakers aren't exactly flagship level, and it doesn't check every box for a traditional high-end phone. But here's the thing, it's not trying to be a traditional flagship. Instead, it's focusing on being a great foldable phone. And in that regard, it absolutely delivers. What do you think? Would you trade some non-core features for a slimmer, more focused foldable experience? Or do you need a phone that does it all? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. I'm Zan from Wallet Channel. See you soon.